what classes to use on the new Armored Kill DLC, and some tips and tricks for the rush on Armored Kill. Alright, let's go ahead and get it started. What class to use for Armored Kill? No brainer. It's for every single game mode on Armored Kill. Tanks, priority, rush, and conquest. You want to use engineer class hands down all the time, because first off, when you get in the tank, you might need to repair your tank, or you might need something to take a tank out with. Every situation, different type of situation. If you don't like to play with the engineer class, play with something that's going to help your team besides something different than assault class, because it's so hard to take out a class. I mean, if you're running a show enough good full-man squad, use teamwork, yeah, run you a good assault class to help you revive or take a tank out. But if you like to strike, make sure you use assault flank. If you like to play support class, make sure you try to stay on them tanks. Lay C4 on the road. Give them, slow them down much as you can. Hands down. Hands down. Alright, now tips and tricks for the rush for Armored Kill. Alright, everybody knows the game of rush. But the main key of this type of rush is flanking. Because this map, for instance, you got one road to get to it. You can take in wide flanks if you want to. That's the best key, and I learned hands down. That's the first game I got into rush. I played many more, but I want to upload this because I learned from personal experiences. You want to flank. You need to flank. It's hard to push up on that main road by yourself, and that's just for basically all the Armored Kill DLC. That's basically about it. You got to use your flank route. And another main key is teamwork. Alright, the other rush types and all the other maps, you can get by rush without using teamwork. You can still win. But here, it's really difficult, because you got to use teamwork. Who's going to take down the AC-130? Who's going to defend off the tanks? Who's going to push up to the objective? Who's going to try to take out the tanks? You got to use so much teamwork. You got to use so much teamwork. You need to communicate. And playing by yourself, it's going to be a little harder than you imagine. I'm telling you right now, than you imagine than if you had somebody with you. Alright, if you like to play in the jet, the very first thing you want to do if you're defending, the very first thing you want to do is take out the AC-130. Don't worry about that other jet. Take out the AC-130, because they got it messed up, to me, in my opinion, on rush. They got the AC-130 quick spawning, which means as soon as it die, it's right back up in 5-10 seconds. And it's so and when you're defending and then you're in that tight spot, you get taken out real quick. AC-130 conquest, they don't do that much damage because everybody spread it out so far. But if everybody is in one tight spot, like this map right here, bam, he just doing major damage. He's doing major damage. So when you get in that jet, first thing you want to do is go for AC-130. Slow him down much as you can. And this gameplay here is pathetic. It's pathetic. We had jet, 2 tanks, and AC-130, and we still lost. And there should not be no excuse for it. Should be no excuse for it. The thing about this video is nobody was flanking. Nobody was using teamwork. Nobody was using the spawns right. Everything was just so messed up about this video. Everything, and I wanted to point it out. You got to use your flanks. You got to push up right time. You just can't run up in the middle of the action. You can't do a special on Armored Kill, because everything, they got the 2 objectives right there side by side. Everything is so spushed up. I can't find the right word for it. Got in my head, but I can't spit it out. Everything is just so immersed. So you got to try to take in flanks, take them out, do the best you can. Alright. Another thing about teamwork, like I said, is if you ain't communicating, is your whole team might be trying to take out, if you defend it, your whole team might be trying to take out that AC-130. And you need teamwork to communicate who's going to do this and who's going to do that. Because if everybody on your team is trying to take that AC-130 out, the tank's gonna push up without the ease, not paying attention. They're gonna set the bomb on you. It happened to me on the last video. It was just, my last game. It was just everybody was at that AC-130. The next thing I know, they don't set the bomb because we weren't paying attention. All right, it was vice versa. I swapped over to my RPG, try to take tanks out. Next thing I know, I just kept on getting killed by AC-130. So we got to use teamwork. All right, I'm gonna do this while you do that. We gotta communicate. We gotta communicate, and that's a real big key. Because I believe they will be patching this in the future 3 months later from now, but they will be patching it because the AC-130 is just on rush. It's ridiculous because they should have it maybe a minute and a half or 2 minutes where it could different respond, but it just got it. As soon as it died, it's right back up, and a person can get their kill death ratio super high if he just dies and waits on that AC-130. Last tip for the day is pay attention to what you're using, because last video I was trying to shoot down the AC-130, coming back in this game I'm trying to take tanks out, pushing up forward, because when you defend it you want to try to take the AC-130 out because it's more things doing the most damage. Alright, when I got in the next game, when I was attacking, I ain't shoot down no AC-130, and guess what? Here it is. I'm stuck with a Stinger missile. I could take out no tanks. So first thing you want to do, you got to figure out what class you want to use. Make sure you got everything set up right, because you don't want to be stuck in them moments and you don't got your right stuff to play with, especially win the game, because that might cost you in the long run. It might cost you big time. And another thing you gotta pay attention to is I got in the game, I ranked the tank up, and I turned it off. When I got back on later, it didn't save. So make sure make sure you check everything that you wanted, because somehow, I don't know, it's the first time I ever had a problem with that. But make sure you got everything set up that you want to, and make sure that you're using your right equipment that you want to use, because attacking and defending, you're going to use you're going to play a totally different way, because nobody's taking out the AC-130. So you might have to try to take it out. The next game, you got tanks pushing up and you don't got nothing to take it out with. So make sure you do that right. But that's all I got time for today. I gotta head back to work. Peace out. Have a good time. Please subscribe, like this video, because I got a lot of content still coming in the future.